Hello everybody, it's Jen from Scrapbena Creations. I'm back with another design team project for the Not Too Shabby shop. Don't forget to use coupon code JEN10 to save 10% off your purchase. So here's the cards I'm making today. I'm featuring the Neat and Tangled hot dog set, but I'm also bringing in the Lawn Fawn Let's Barbecue. I had a bunch of these images already colored up in my stash, so I thought it would be fun to make some cute, clean, and simple scene cards featuring the hot dog stamp set, but bringing in the little accessories and stuff from the Let's Barbecue. So because I had colored these up originally with my Spectrum Noirs, I decided to keep the colors consistent, and I went ahead and colored these sweet little hot dogs up using my Spectrum Noir. So all the caps are listed for you on the left hand side of the screen. I do tend to keep a list of my colors when I color a stamp set. So I was able to pull out this list because the Let's Barbecue stamp set is several years old now, but there's a little tip for you. It's easier to go back and see what kind of color combinations you've used if you write them down. So I don't always do it, and I probably used to do it more than I do now, but it was really helpful in this situation. So I'm just going to color up the one hot dog here in the video, and I did the other ones off screen, but just so you could get a sense of how I colored them. I did color them all the same, and I'm just touching up. I got a little bit of red that seeped out, and then I realized I missed that little inner piece as well when I went back to do this, so I'm just gonna finish that up. And once I get that done, then I'll move on to creating the card. So I'm using some rectangle stitch dies from Lawn Fawn, my favorite. I made a little frame. I also cut out this panel of clouds using the MFT mini cloud stencil, and I ended up just doing a full sheet of that so that I could have it in my stash and use it whenever I need it. I also used this scallop border die. This is from a MFT Blueprints combination set of dies, and I will link all the products below if you're interested in anything. So to make this little scene, I also used the grassy border die from Lawn Fawn, just to have them having a little bit of grass to stand on. And this larger frame here, this paper is MFT. It's something like Tiny Checkered or something, but it reminds me of either barbecue or picnic table tablecloth. So I thought it would be cute, and it also picks up with the red for the ketchup. So here are my two little hot dogs, and I'm just going to start placing them. I did pop the two hot dogs and the barbecue on 3M foam adhesive. And the accessories are a little bit out of scale for these guys, but I thought, you know, given it's a whimsical make-believe card, it doesn't really matter. It's just to suggest the point of them kind of barbecuing hot dogs, which is kind of ironic, but I also thought funny at the same time. This stamp set was so cute. I love the sentiments in it, so I just really wanted to play with it and have a good time making some funny cards. So I am going to add the little flame to the fire pit, and I'm going to put a wiener on the barbecue. This little flame kept giving me trouble. It kept moving. I should have waited a little bit till it dried, but that's okay. I do end up taking it off, and I will pop some 3M foam adhesive on the back as well, just so that it doesn't get crunched when it's sent in the mail. So here you can see me just putting a little stick of that Scotch foam tape behind it, which really made it a bit more sturdy, and then I could put it wherever I wanted to. So I did not do a sentiment on the outside. I'm going to do the sentiment on the inside. I'm using my Candied Apple Distress Oxide ink to stamp out Frank's and my VersaFine Black Onyx ink to stamp out For Being My Friend. And then I added some of the little images from Let's Barbecue on the inside. So there is card number 1. I think it turned out really cute. Those hot dogs, they kill me every time. Okay, so moving on to card number 2. So I'm going to do a very clean and simple card. When I did my 7,000 plus subscriber giveaway a couple weeks ago, I asked you all to tell me what kind of cards you like to make. And the majority of you said clean and simple, which isn't really a surprise to me if you're watching my channel, because that's basically what I do. But so many of you said really simple cards with a lot of white space. And honestly, those are some of my favorite cards as well. So I thought moving forward, what I would try to do in my videos, for some of them, obviously I can't manage to do it for all of them, but I thought I would try to pair a more elaborate card with a coordinating, very, very simple card with a lot of white space. So this is the card that I'm doing for this specific stamp set. So I just used the My Favorite Things Blueprints scalloped die here to make a white panel to pop the images on. You saw me there. I used my tumbled glass and twisted citron to kind of do a light Distress Oxide background for the sky and for the grass. And then I'm just going to use one hot dog on this one and one of the barbecues. Well, I used only one in the last one, but one of the barbecues and the little pitchfork from the Let's Barbecue stamp set. So it's very similar to the first one I did, but I thought I would give you an idea of how you could do this very clean and simple and it still look absolutely adorable. So same kind of layout. I'm going to put the flame and the wiener. I didn't pop anything up on this card. And so now I'm going to work on the sentiment. So I cut out the sentiment with a fishtail banner die. This is from MFT as well. And I thought originally I wanted it to be all black. So I'm using the sentiment again, Frank's For Being My Friend. And then, I don't know, I didn't really like that. So I thought, well, I'll try it again with the Frank's being in the Candied Apple Distress Oxide ink with the rest of it in black VersaFine and see if I like that. I end up completely switching my mind and I'm going to actually just stamp the sentiment in VersaFine Black Onyx ink right onto the card panel. And so I'm using my Tim Holtz platform to stamp the sentiment. So I did that a couple times just to get a nice crisp image. I decided it just looked a little bare at the top, so this little smoke comes in the Let's Barbecue stamp set, so I put that on top of the wiener like it is nice and hot, and that card is finished as well. So those are my 2 cards. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you really soon in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.